Alright, my computer's been off now for about over 9 hours, so this will be a good example of a cold boot. It's part of my messy room. Go and press on button. That's all it would take to start up from a cold boot. Right here is the 19-inch 4x3 1080 monitor. I also have a 27-inch right next to it, but that one I need to keep. What was a gift from my parents for Christmas. Okay, and that's basically how this works. Boots up, detects all the drives, and when it comes to this screen, you click any key. And see this? Look, now you have the option to just toggle with the, it's really dark in here, the arrow keys. You can go left, right, just between these. And it's like, oh, you can boot into Snow Leopard. This one is Lion. They all are labeled right under it. This one's called Installer, which basically means if something that has an Apple logo on it, if, like, let's say you do something in Lion, which is like my main one, this is basically my insurance, quote unquote. If something goes wrong, or you destroy this, or install a driver that just completely destroys it or whatever, and it's just unusable, then boot into this. It's only 8 gigabytes, so it's no big deal. It doesn't waste too much space. You can delete it if you want, but you run it, and basically all it is just a thing to reinstall Lion to this partition. That's all this does. So if you do something wrong, there's the insurance, and the Windows logo is obviously Windows. You said you want to be using Windows more, so let's boot into Windows. Just press Enter, starting Windows. This is Windows 7 Ultimate, which supports an infinite amount of RAM. However, this motherboard only holds 32 gigabytes of RAM. I say only very loosely, because you don't need 32 gigabytes of RAM. I render 3D images and do video editing, and 8 gigabytes is more than sufficient. Okay, my password, I'm going to change it. All my stuff is still on here. I'm going to click Y, that's my password for everything. Y just for yes. And I decided not to delete anything yet. So this way you can see how fast it runs when I legitimately have many, many applications on here. So when I give it to you, there's going to be obviously a lot less on here. But there will be, when you eventually put more games and applications on here, this is how fast it will run once it's all filled up and cluttered with stuff. I even have Skype still trying to open at the beginning, which is very annoying. I'm going to set it not to do that. But it's not going to have Skype when I give it to you, so it's not really going to matter. So, you got the applications and stuff. Let's see. I have, Adobe stuff. Adobe Story. Adobe Master Suite. Literally the entire suite. It actually isn't too slow for being off for like 9 hours. Yeah, it's a cold boot. And I don't remember the exact statistics. I think after running straight for like 5 minutes or 10, it's considered warmed up. Probably longer for mine because I don't know if you can see this. It's really dark. But mine has a lot of fans. There's like 2 or 3 in the back, and there's one gigantic one on the top. So it stays pretty cold always. So yeah, this monitor is actually pretty nice though, which is pretty good. And so yeah, that's that. I have this Rocket Dock up here. Just make things easy. Just go to Google Chrome. Show you how the internet this works. I have it plugged into Ethernet right now. However, I have a device. It's like a USB thing. You just plug it in, and it just works as like a little wireless, and you get wireless, and it's up to like 480 megabytes per second, which you'll never get Wi-Fi that fast ever. So basically, any Wi-Fi you get, it'll run as fast as Ethernet, which is nice. I got it from Best Buy. Let's just try like YouTube.com. And look at this. Well, my internet's actually really terrible, but what I basically wanted to show you was, let's go to like a really popular video, like Charlie bit my. Yeah, I'm typing with one hand. Sorry, Charlie bit my finger again, something like that. Yeah, look at this. And look, no advertisement, because I have AdBlock Plus with Google. So if you like that, you can keep that. I think it's nice, because I don't ever like watching ads. Or I watch South Park a lot at southparkstudios.com. Whenever it switched to an ad, it would just go to a black screen for a second and come back. It's perfect. no ad. Guess I'll give you like a little. Okay, yeah. I'll just give you a performance tester on the Mac side, because believe it or not, I have more games on the Mac side. Let's go to restart, and then there we go. I have my speakers on mute right now, because, well, I guess the sound really doesn't matter, because, well, I'm not selling the speakers, but, yeah. And I'm not going to pause this so you can actually see how long it takes. Oh, I'll also give you this sound card. I don't use it. I used to use it. It's really nice, but, like, I use the USB speakers, so, like, to be honest, I don't really need it, because if you use USB, it's going to be HD anyways, but, I don't know. The USB ones are nice just because there's this little thing they come with right here, so you can change the volume with it, mute, unmute, mute, unmute, and it's a built-in microphone, and it clips right onto your shirt. So if you're gaming or whatever, you just clip it onto your shirt, you know, and then just bam, you're done. You're good. Everything's just all spiffy. This hard drive is almost full. I use this one more than anything. Actually, recently I've been dumping some of my stuff from this drive onto my Windows drive. Because like I said, I make a lot of videos, and I have a lot of raw 1080p footage, which is just loads and loads of storage, and that's ridiculous. And I never delete anything. And backing up all my stuff is going to be so hard. Oh yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean. That's weird. Usually this monitor is an Apple logo, and the bigger monitor is Pirates of the Caribbean, but I unplugged that monitor. So anyways, yeah, here you go. I have the Pirates of the Caribbean in the back, and as you can see, it actually runs Mac. It's not like one of those things where it's like, oh, it looks like Mac, but it's not really Mac. In fact, I could actually just go to this wilderness or the Apple, or still loading because it doesn't like the fact that it's on your desktop. There it is. Yep, okay, there's my dock menu with ridiculous amounts of things, and it stretches a little too far because I have it set to a 16:9 monitor when this is not 16:9. Alright, sorry about that. My alarm just went off on my iPhone, trying to wake me up. Okay, anyways, yeah. So there's my stuff. You know, I'll let you keep the like Final Cut and Adobe stuff and iLife, iWork, and Apple, blah blah blah. Because whatever, maybe you'll need it. If you don't, you just delete it. So yeah, you can go about this Mac. And look, oh, it actually believes it's a Mac. 10.7.4 is the newest operating system. You know, they do, oh, software update, or just go like from the Apple in the upper right hand corner down to the software update. That's all good. Anyways, let's check a little performance. I always use Minecraft to check performance because even though a lot of people play like Crysis and stuff like that, I'm like, oh, it's very graphically intensive, and like this is very CPU intensive as well because it's just how the game is coded, and the fact that it's in Java, and Java only supports one core. You get to see the power of just a single core versus somebody who has like, oh, I have like a 16-core computer, and each core is clocked at like 1.8 gigahertz. Like, wow, good for you. That's terrible. Whereas I could have 8 virtual cores all clocked at 3.4 gigahertz. But it overclocks like 4 point something. Oh, I haven't played Minecraft in a while. So let me download some packages. Yeah, that's my internet speed right there. 400 kilobytes is like a max. Like, I would be so lucky to get 400 kilobytes. It used to be worse, though. Then again, it used to be better. We used to download, like, 2 megabytes per second, and then we got it down to 100 kilobytes per second because we're poor. And we just upgraded it a little bit, so it's not too bad. Let's have a look. Single player. How do you do, like, full screen on this? On the Mac version, it's like Command F11. Let me use 2 hands. Command F11, something like that. something like that. Whatever. I'll just press the full screen button. I don't give a crap. So look, there it is. Full screen. Oh wait, it is Command F11. Okay. I could go to just whatever, a random world. Doesn't matter. And look, this is me running on one-handed. Still loading the world, but it still, even while loading the world, it still runs like perfectly. Look at this. And the graphics are on all full in the video settings. I don't know if you know anything about Minecraft, but yeah. Let's do render distance far. And it's going to be like, oh, you're not set to 64-bit version. That's right, I'm not set to 64-bit version. We're going to see how it runs even on 32-bit. And let's see how it goes. Look at that. It renders ridiculous amounts of chunks. That's the CPU. And this is also pretty graphically intensive too. Believe it or not, this is actually 1080, even though it's all blocky. And if you haven't played Minecraft, you should, because it's actually a very fun and addicting game. Anyways, yeah. So there's just some little graphic test, I guess you could call it. And then, just for, just to say this, in case you are familiar with Mac, or maybe you're not, I don't know, you can go to apple.com, there's videos, Apple to Mac, or Mac to PC Basics. Basically, since the keyboard is a PC keyboard, this isn't the keyboard I'm giving you, but the one, it's like, they're all pretty much the same thing. Well, so like, this is Control, Alt, on a Mac, this position would be the Command key. Well, because it's like that on a Mac, that's where the Command key is here. So okay, Command Tab to go through applications, which is convenient because that's the exact same way you do on a PC, because PC is Alt Tab. So, Control C is for PC, whereas Command C is for Mac. Yeah, the keyboard right now is set up to be that way, but if you wanted to change it any other way you wanted, I know you're not going to use the Mac that much, but just in case, you can go to System Preferences, and then go to Keyboard, and then you can just, there you go. You can go to Keyboard you go to Keyboard, then Modifier Keys. And it's like, oh, I want the Command key to now be the Option key, or the Control key, or the Caps Lock. You can set it any way you want, but the way I have it set now is so that it is exactly what it's like on a real Apple keyboard. But yeah, that's basically it. Why am I downloading this garbage? I'll download this later. Not now. Alright, well, just want to show you that. So, I'll be uploading this to YouTube right now. And then I'll be getting off all my stuff later. Alright, so have a good day.